Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. In this case, I tried the carousel technique of phacoemulsification. You can see this is a soft cataract. After the initial steps, capsulorhexis is being done at this moment. A capsular tag is raised. The tag is held with the utrata forceps, and by anti-clockwise movement and always keeping the anterior leaf of the main wound lifted up, the utrata forceps does this beautiful round rhexis. This has been a very ideal rhexis. We can see that later on. The optic of the intraocular lens will be nicely overlapped by a rim of anterior capsule. Now hydrodissection is being done and the nucleus rotates nicely. Now visco is injected again, and in this case we are going to use Ocular Cataract 3 from Switzerland. This is a beautiful machine with pneumatic cutter, provides 1200 cuts per minute, and we can manage anterior vitrectomy very well with this vitrectomy system. Now the tip of the phaco needle has been introduced into the anterior chamber. The tip of the phaco needle is placed like this, and the left hand instruments helps rotation of the nuclear mass, and here the nucleus is eaten up. There is a thick epinucleus, and as I hold the epinucleus with the chopper, I push it so that the epinucleus goes to the center, and thus the epinucleus also got managed in no time. So the nucleus management part has taken only about 1 minute in this case. And now this is visco. The cortex is being cleaned with this instrument. This is 23G Simcoe cannula. See how beautifully the cortex comes to the tip of this instrument. There's a little bit of cortex remaining in the sub-incisional area. We can remove that going through the side port. In this case only one side port has been made, and yes, the sub-incisional cortex has come off. Little bit of polishing of the posterior capsule is done, and now visco is injected to fill up the capsular bag as well as the anterior chamber. And now this is an intraocular lens from Hoya, Japan. It's beautiful lens, doesn't change its character. No glistening occurs in this lens. In this case the trailing haptic was not in the capsular bag, and it has been placed in the capsular bag by the Sinski hook. And now the visco that has been used to implant the intraocular lens is nicely removed. The capsular bag is irrigated very nicely, as well as the anterior chamber. by 23G Simcoe, and most of the visco comes out just by irrigating the capsular bag. And now the side port is closed by hydrating corneal stroma. This hydration should be on the scleral side, not on the corneal side of the incision. Hydrating corneal side is dangerous because it can cause DMD, that is Descemet's membrane detachment. And now this is the final lavage of the anterior chamber. The chamber is nicely washed with BSS, anterior chamber is formed, and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Always try different techniques in different cases. If you know divide and conquer technique very well, don't stick to that only. Learn stop and chop technique, then learn direct chop, learn the carousel technique, learn to manage a case without hydrodissection. So put yourself in challenging situations to make yourself a more competent surgeon.